wasn't expecting this. Put your hands up. Yeah. Well. Check it out. We're gonna flip it like this now. What it is?
Welcome to Relationships 101. I'd like to thank all of our members who have tuned in to the series that I've done called Relationships 101. Today's topic is on reinvention. The reason why I chose reinvention is the fact that it's the least commented on blog that I've done, But the biggest thing about it is one of the most important things when it comes down to relationships. It's so important because most of you want to establish relationships, but you haven't been able to because you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And see, the only thing about that is if you're doing the same thing over and over again and you're getting the same results, that's called insanity. But today we're going to do something a little bit different than being insane. Let's talk about reinvention. If you go to the book of Jeremiah, you'll understand that God took the prophet down to the potter's house and he showed him the potter who was making some clay. Well, the clay was marred. So what the potter did was he thought he had a finished product. So he had to take the product and crush it again and then redo it. And he made it into something different, even better than what it was. Most of you will find products, but you have to be reinvented. You have to be changed. And if you want a different result, you've got to do something different. So today, let's talk about reinvention in your relationships. First of all, the thing about reinvention is not inventing. It is taking something that is already in place and it's making it better. Some of you that I've noticed through Facebook, I found that many of you found relationships, and I'm so happy for you. But I noticed that there was one thing that all the people that found new relationships had in common, and that thing was they reinvented themselves. They did something different. One friend of mine, she is newly engaged. She was a part of Black Girls Run. Oh yeah. That means she started getting her body right. She started moving in a positive direction. And when people see you move in a positive direction, they seem to gravitate towards you. So if you're not doing anything, then nothing is going to come your way. So some of you need to get out, do something different. From a communication standpoint, some of you may have the look, but guess what? When people talk with you, it's the same basic thing. Maybe you need to pick up a book. Maybe you need to go somewhere, check out a museum, do something different. And you'll find out when you expand your mind, you'll find out that you come in contact with the kinds of people that are different from the circles that you normally run in. So maybe it's something that you need to do about that. Other people, it could be 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I see the most beautiful sisters on Facebook. The only thing that I can say is, and just to be honest, that you need to lose about 10 or 20 pounds. Hey, that's a reality. And the fact to that matter is I'm not trying to come down on you. It's just this. When a man looks at you, he looks at you and he looks at you as a range. You may be fine where you are. You don't have to be like a Coke bottle. You don't have to be super skinny. But guess what? There's a range. If you're not doing anything, if he sees you and you're on there and you're working out and he's watching you with the weights and he says, okay, gee, if she gains weight, fine, I could deal with that model. If she loses weight, I can deal with it. But if you have somebody who's just on the borderline of being all right, the only thing that he can imagine is it getting worse, not being better. So you need to do something different. Reinvent yourself. Join a club. Do something where people are moving in positive directions. That's called reinventing yourself. This is the only blog that I have for you today. There's other ones that I plan on doing. One of the reasons I'm taking this and I'm breaking it into pieces is because there's so much about reinvention. The next reinvention topic that I'm going to talk about is the fact that why are there so many wonderful, powerful women in God who are not married, who don't have a mate, and they really want one, but they don't seem to be able to get one. I'm going to get that at our next, you can look forward to hearing that at our next blog. Look for me, Adrian Dyett, Relationships 101. Talk with you later. Be blessed. Let's stay connected.